Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the halo. Universal flow, I belong here. Keep that focus on that starlight. God of my universe, part of my mission, righteous the Almighty. Raw splitting the sea into that clear sight. Go far intuition, lifting up that soul right. High low, high low, high low, high low. Elevate my love, generate my touch. Everything I see coming to me, I'm knowing. Fruits that I bear from the sowing. I just put in work to the morning, to the three bird that we heard. Stepping through the light, that's a rebirth. Giving thanks to life and the ether. I can never fall when I'm free word. Free bird, free word, free bird, free word, free bird. I'm Elo, I'm Elo, I'm Elo, I'm Elo. Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the Elo. Universal flow, I belong here. Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the Elo. Universal flow, I belong here. High low, high low, high low, high low, high low.
I fucking love
Thanks
you,
to the
George.
fire. High low, high low, high low, high low. Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the halo. Universal flow, I belong here. Keep that focus on that starlight. God of my universe, part of my mission, righteous the Almighty. Raw splitting the sea into that clear sight. Go far intuition, lifting up that soul right. High low, high low, high low, high low. Elevate my love, generate my touch. Everything I see coming to me, I'm knowing. Fruits that I bear from the sowing. I just put in work to the morning, to the three bird that we heard. Stepping through the light, that's a rebirth. Giving thanks to life and the ether. I can never fall when I'm free word.
If you're saying something, I can't.
Free word, free bird, free word, free bird.
No, sorry.
I'm Elo, I'm Elo, I'm Elo. Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the Elo. Universal flow, I belong here. Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the Elo. Universal flow, I belong.
I just realized I'm on mute. I just realized I'm on mute, y'all. I was on mute this whole time.
I fucking love you.
Fire.
Rain, if you out there, come on back in here. Come on back in. There was something wrong with your phone. Y'all, I was on mute. Wow. So let me add Rain back in here. Rain, I was on
Hello?
mute. I was on mute. I
Yeah,
had
I
my
was
mic.
saying I couldn't hear you.
I'm tripping. Let me put it back on my headphones and see if that. But I was on mute and I'm sitting here talking and smiling and all the chit chatting, and nobody can hear a damn thing.
Yeah, I was like, I can't hear you.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Is my sound still the same? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you.
wonderful. Okay, great. That is so funny. Okay, are we supposed to be so
Pre-retrograde.
great? I was about to say, there we go. So let me tell you how crazy retrograde is, just to break the ice. You guys know I was in New York for about a month with my sister and my brother and my ace. In New York, fine, going to voodoo parties. I didn't even have a winter coat. As rain is my witness, I had a jean jacket and a hoodie and good scarves, and scarves. Okay, no cold, no sickness, no nose running, no nothing, nothing at all. I come home, I go to church, I shout down the place. We got Mona on the ground, working the Mona, get a little tickle. Go to Mona Room Wednesday for Verizon, Tuesday night for into Wednesday morning for Verizon. Then get to bed till 7 in the morning, all you. And as you can hear, I have a cold. Yes.
Aw,
So I have
feel
tea.
better.
Yes, I have water. I even have Rise mushroom coffee, which has been doing me very well. If you've been wondering about Rising, if it's legit, I can tell you guys from a personal testimony, I had some of those things they were describing in the advertisement, and I can guarantee you from personal experience, this Rise mushroom coffee is legit, and it makes me feel quite wonderful. Okay? And I have my good ganja,
A
and my
fucking
cards, my
You
legend.
can
minutes.
never forget the good ganja.
You understand? So we in business tonight. So y'all
Hmm.
work with a brother and a sister. Y'all have patience with us. You understand? Thank you all for coming in from YouTube, from Instagram, from Facebook, all around the places. You guys are out there. Thank you. Share the live. Share the
Share, share,
link.
share.
Share, share, share. You know, so more people can receive and benefit from tonight's live and information that's shared tonight. Um, and so yeah. Like I was telling Rain when I told her I had a coach, she's like, "Do you sure? Are you sure you want to do this?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" Come rain or high water, we're trying to stick to being consistent with our word and showing up against all odds. Rain does not have an easy commute from one part of town to the other part of town. You understand? And
Mm.
I've been on the go and been in the zone preparing for this workshop, but also trying to make sure that I'm rested in the midst of all of it. And so I thank you guys for your patience, but we want to follow through with our commitment, showing the universe, showing you guys that we are serious about, content, that we are serious about reaching you guys and spending time with you guys and what we do, sharing love and light, And so thank you all for sharing your time with us. So tonight, my wonderful sister always comes up with these amazing ideas. Because I'll be so lost in the weekend and the weekend. She just always like, yo, come up with these amazing ideas. And so this is again one of Rain's wonderful creations. And I'll let her share her thoughts as I sip a little bit more tea about tonight.
Good night, everyone. I hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone is having a productive week so far. I hope everyone is giving themselves patience and grace because not only is Mercury in retrograde, but Mars, the planet that gives us our passion, our fire, our desire, is also in retrograde. So, take the time to slow down, do some retrospection, and, hug on yourself a little bit. So, as Baba Ross said, I was like, what are we going to talk about this week? And I was like, let's touch in because I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like 2024 was like, I'm up and out of here. Like, it was so fast.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even blink your eye twice and it was done and over. But I went through so much in this blink of an eye year, and I lived 27 different lives in
Hello.
1 year. I was like, I feel like this is a good thing to do. Like, let's wrap up, let's check in, let's use the tools that God has given us. For me, it's tarot and the oracle to, you know, just see what the universe wants to tell us at this time and hour, and just chit chat, because I be missing y'all, you know, my little internet friends and family. So I just wanted to do a little check-in, because I know that 2024, I would not say that 2024 was ghetto, because, you know, there was a lot of beautiful things that happened in
It was
2024. But, you know, 2024 really made me be like, girl. So I want to know if it made anybody else be like, But claiming that 2025, that we're going to implement all the lessons learned, all the seeds that were planted, all the soil that we fertilized, and we'll reap a great harvest in 2025, because I truly believe that it was a year of growth. If you weren't growing, you were literally dying. So I just want to just check in. Hi, everybody.
Yes. Y'all probably looking at me crazy. Rain, everything you said was spot on. And I appreciate that. And again, I think you're so right that we definitely went through. I'm saying the year was ghetto. It was ghetto with a lot of sweetness in pockets. We had pockets of like good ass dessert, but it was ghetto. You understand? And so I'm glad that we made it through. And for those of us that are standing on top of, thank you, cousin, thank you. And thank you to my Omo that told me to get some cayenne pepper and lemon juice. I just mixed that up, so that's what I was showing you guys. But y'all, this is my cousin. She's also a reader as well. This is my blood cousin, Courtney Daystar. She's on top of
Hello.
it. That is my big cousin. My grandmother's, one of my grandmother's, that's my grandmother's third grandchild, actually. So check out my cousin and get your astrology check in too with her. She's more consistent with astrology than I am. So share the love with my fam. And so I thank you guys for coming in. And again, like I said, I think the year was a little ghetto, but I thank God for the sweetness and the time that I was able to make, you know, and be here and be there and be everywhere, and memories that I was able to make with my friends and with my loved ones this year, because it was the balance to the sour moments. However, as we shared last week, I believe that this year needed to happen how it did, to wake a lot of us up, to shake a lot of us, to break a lot of soul ties and release a lot of weight that we've been carrying. Wake up and come into ourselves fully. You know, it's like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. Well, people say I'm this and I'm that. But now it's like, for me, even speaking from a personal experience, it's like, okay, yes, I'm a practitioner and I'm great and I'm gifted and I'm called and all these beautiful things. But now leveling that up to another level with how I show up for you guys and show up to the world, because I'm so old school. I'm the old man you find in the hut in the woods that you come looking for, that your mama or your big mama bring you to get fixed up. But I'm realizing in this day and age that doesn't work. And so to be effective and to reach the masses and to expand, you know, I'm being challenged by my spirits and by my ancestors, even my cousin as well. We've been challenged by our bloodline to stand predominant and come forth and be in the light to share love. And so, in lieu of that, Rain and I are going to feed you guys some good food and some water. And I pray, cousin, do you want to get on here tonight too? I can send you the link if you want to join us. I can send you the link, you know, if you want to read for the people tonight as well. And your cash app, you guys can give donations. We do. It's Christmas season. It's holiday season. We would love some donations, you know. We would love that. Or book a private reading with us. You understand? But I'm excited about tonight. Go ahead, Rain. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, you know, when they talk about character development, like in the plot line of the story, in the plot line that is the story of my life, 2024 was some of the greatest character development. Like, I went to moan, like, I still can't believe that. I was like, I want that one.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I entered some things, I exited some things just as quickly as I entered them.
That part.
I've been diving more into like the Haitian voodoo community, and I want to say I'm loving it. I am loving every second of it.
Special, aren't we? That Haitian
You know,
Haitian flavor.
I'm like, I feel like 2025 might be a voodoo year. It might be a voodoo year for me, and
Okay.
in the year of exploration and spiritual growth. Um, Always hold true to what I am, a big bad girl. But I feel like 2024 was a year where you had to really sit and look in the mirror and say, who am I?
Yes.
What do I stand for? What do I want to represent? Like, I've been really thinking about this concept of legacy. I'm like, when I leave this world, when I leave this dispensation of life, how would I like to be remembered? Who would remember me?
Yes.
What would be the impact and the mark that I left, and to show that, God was working through me and using me as an instrument and a tool. Because, I'm very shy, so I don't consider myself like a practitioner, like any of that stuff. So, like, I read for people, but, like, it's not something that I...
Yes, y'all gotta find her in the cut. She ain't promoting that.
Yeah, like, the spirit really gotta, like, be like, Shanique, this is something that you should do. And I feel like we're blessed to have the ability to tap into the current energy, because I feel like people get misconceptions of like what tarot and what oracle and what cards are. Like, I cannot tell you the future, because every time you make the slightest different change in this, that, or the other, the future is always being altered consistently. Like, I was watching a video today, and it was Billy Carson, and he was talking about reality and how we perceive reality, that reality is just merely like pixels. And it like really hit me. I'm like, every time I'm co-creating within my mind, everything that I'm thinking about, everything that I'm visualizing. So from the time I read you the energy, we've already opened the portal, the timeline already exists, and the things that are coming forth is because we're just pulling information from a different timeline, know. So I always like to give the disclaimer before any reading that I do. And I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just here to tell you and to help channel and guide you into what is potentially available to you, because we're all surfing this thing called the waves of energy. And from the time you put your foot into it, you're creating another ripple effect. So I just wanted to open that portal and that channel today to say that we are all the oracles, because every time we want to know what we need to know, God will provide a way for us to know it. And maybe today there's somebody that really needs to receive a message. And anytime I give a reading, I truly want to be instrumental in change. So don't take these readings and us taking the time to share our energy with you for granted, because we're opening ourselves to all things, and I truly hope somebody gets touched by the message tonight. And that's my honest prayer and request, that we just come in with an open spirit and an open mind.
I should. Thank you, Rain, for opening and lifting that vibration to start. And I think you definitely kicked it off very well to demystify what tarot and oracle decks and readings are. Rain said it really well. We don't tell you the future. We tell you possibilities, probabilities. One, we are to identify where you are. The spirit will reveal where you are. And when we talk about being in alignment or not in alignment, there may be things that could be blocking you, or things you could be doing, or outside forces that could be throwing that off, where you're not in alignment with what you need to be or where you're trying to go. And there could be things that could be projected to come, or possible projections to come, if you make certain choices and decisions. And so an effective reader is not just going to say, hey, this is what I see about you, this is what I see forthcoming. But if you are in a space, they're to not just identify, but also hopefully give you some guidance and steps to move forward, to progress so that you can reach a desirable outcome. Because just as Rain said, the moment you make a decision, destiny shifts. It shifts like that. And so um, it's a beautiful thing because even the key thing that she said most importantly is that all of us have a level of a piece of the oracle in us. Every question, every answer, every revelation that we desire and seek, we can find within us. Some can tap into that energy quicker or more strong or more in depth than others, and some people need some assistance, and then others have different ways in which they connect. So we all work together. Even tonight, you will see my reading style will be very different than Rain's reading style, and what we will pick up may still be very much so similar or a universal message, but the points in which we see or tap in or receive the insight could vary. And so tonight, good night, all you beautiful people. Tiffany, you're funny, but it's true. As we get into the space, and even now the energies are coming in, um, it's not personal readings to anyone directly. Let me say that, but if spirit moves, we will move according to how the spirit moves. But the purpose overall tonight is to speak general for everyone, the collective, the world, us here, us, those that receive from this space, sharing this space, those present now and those to come. We pray that you all are going to receive. Now, I'm using actually 3 different types of tarot. I may use all 3. I may use one. I don't know. But I'm going to go as a spirit lead. And Rain is going to do her gift. So I guess I'll kick it off. Yes, it's been a while. And so I'll kick it off. But first, Rain already opened up the prayer. I'm going to open up with a key. Hey, okay.
Can you turn the background music down,
Yes,
please?
yes, definitely. Okay, thank you. I'm actually going to turn it off for a moment. Hmm. Jesus, Savior, pie, let me over life and tempter seas, onward way before me. Be, be, bye, 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 bye. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Be, 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 be. Be, 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 be. Be, be. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Ooh, Jerusalem, my happy home, nearer, dear to me. When shall my verse have an end? The joys when shall I see? Oh yes, thank you, Divine Spirit, for your time and your presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. At this time and very hour, I come with my sister. We come as a vessel setting ourselves aside to be used in this time, in this space, in this hour. And we ask for divine light and divine wisdom to come into this space, to walk with us, to talk to us, to reveal what is needed for all of us to be aware of the key things to remember of what we're walking out of, the lessons to be mindful of what we're walking out of, and the things to be mindful of and to be aware of and sensible to in the year that we're entering. Spirit Divine, we ask that you surround us with your blessed light, your light of protection, your light of truth, your light of wisdom, your light of love. I ask that you touch every individual, that you will make your presence known to every listener, every viewer, that they will feel the presence of the ancestors and feel a spirit of peace, a spirit of unity, a spirit of light and sentiment in this time and hour. Spirit Divine, we thank you. God, we thank you. Universe, we thank you. Divine wisdom, spirit of wisdom, we thank you. In this time and hour, let nothing enter that should not be. Let nothing enter the spaces of the viewers and the listeners that should not be, but keep us in perfect protection and peace. Ashe Benikori, Ashe Benikori, Ashe Benikori. Ibashe Lodumare, Ibashe Rishavomale, Ibashe Gunguni, Ibashe Agbe, Ibashe Ri, Ibashe Empori, Ibashe Rinu, Kose Ku, Kose Fo, Kose Lopa, Kose Shilo, Kose Fukibo, Kose San, Kose Sisa, Kose Shilu, Kose Lopa, Kose Fukibo, Kose Bubajigun, Kose Bubajigun To, Afuma Lafia, Fuma Buboy Re, Afuma Buboy Shagun, Fuma Buboy Shagun. Ah, Ashe Benikori, Ashe Benikori, Ashe Benikori. Okay. All right. So again, I thank you guys for your time. At this time, please, please, please share the live, share the live, share the live, like, comment, heart. This is how we grow. This is how we expand. I'm just going to line up my cards here, make sure everything is flowing and in sync so we don't have any mishaps. All right. So I'm actually going to start with the deck that Rain blessed me with. I cannot remember the names. I don't have the box. I don't care in the box, but they are a nice deck. Maybe Rain could remember, but I'll let you guys see what they look like. And some of the cards. Actually, that's a really nice card to start with. So here we go. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Boy, boy. Boy, boy, boy. Boy, boy. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Spirit Divine, speak for us as a collective world we should be mindful of, to be mindful of, keys to be mindful of as we're coming out of 2024. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, very interesting. Hey, so many of us have been in this state, in this energy of sadness or sorrow of in some form of capacity, shape, form of capacity, like carrying this low energy. And it can stem from a variety of places. Well, the first message I'm hearing is as you are leaving out of this year, take a full self-examination. And this is not about writing resolutions and saying what you're going to do, what you're going to do for the next year. Yes, have your goals in place, definitely. But what I hear the Spirit saying is that we have to make the decision, truly make a decision, to take a full self examination and see what dead weight am I holding on to that is slowing me down, taking up room in my mind space, my head space, my heart space, maybe even my physical space that I need to let go of. Okay? Because if you're truly seeking change, for those of you that are truly seeking change and renewal, the dead weight is not going to help you. And you have the keys. You have the full. You already know what it is, who it is, and you have been already given the keys. Just walk into it and don't be afraid to let go. We have to reclaim our power. Sometimes we give up our power because we're so concerned about people and their thoughts, their feelings, and their opinions, realizing all of that is not working for me. And you have to accept and embrace the truth of what's not working for you and let that go. The next element of it is elevation. We want increase. We want to grow. We want to be recognized. We want to be honored. We want blessings and abundance and gratification of life to manifest. But the Spirit is saying, how can it manifest if you are choosing to stay in the shadow? Come out of the shadow. Come out of the dark space and come out of the shadow. Be seen, because we're limiting ourselves. We have limited ourselves. And now is the time to take off of the limitations. You know, you know what you've been called to do. And now is the time to step into it. You know what you want to represent. Now it's time to represent it. You know what face you want the world to see. It's time to go ahead and say, let me not just talk about it. Let me not just think about it. Let me not fantasize about it. But now's the time to step into it and be it. And a lot of us really, and this is not just for the water signs that have been in the retrograde for a good bit of time, but this is for everybody. A lot of us don't see the money coming. I have the Ace of Coins, says don't see the money coming. And even now, this is even like I keep hearing the message of the money coming. Y'all keep telling me the money is coming, but where is the money? You understand? But I'm telling you right now, beautiful people, as I'm speaking to you, I speak to myself as well. Hold on and hold steadfast and do not make impulsive decisions. Do not make irrational decisions because your bag will be secured. If you come out of the shadow and step up and go ahead and step into the elevation and do what needs to be done, your bag will be secured. I'm actually going to pull clarifying cards. Yeah, your bag will be secured. I keep hearing that your bag will be secured. And listen, somebody even laughing right now, and I'm laughing. Spirit is laughing back at you and saying, stop trying to look at where it's coming from. A lot of times we place expectations on God and the universe, or and the money needs to come from here, or this person should be doing, or the job should be doing, or da 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 da. But I'm hearing the Spirit say you have to expect it to come from places that you didn't even expect it to come from people that you didn't even expect it to come from resources you didn't even have on your radar. But you have to put yourself in the right place. You have to be seen and you have to be heard. You can no longer operate in the shadow.
Oh, I don't want to cut your flow,
Go ahead, go
but you
ahead, go ahead, Ray,
see,
go ahead.
I love when spirit is really in the midst and things just are flowing, because I'm gonna quickly show my spread that I was
Go ahead.
pulling while you were pulling, because I like to
Go ahead.
go through the
Yes.
cards. Hold on, let me figure out
Mhm.
this camera situation. But okay, the cards were, I'm gonna just say it. The Nine of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Swords, Six of Cups,
Ooh.
the Ten of Wands in reverse, the
Mm-mm.
Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You see, the issue is self deception. When we begin to lie to ourselves about our habits and the things and the patterns that bring us back into these cycles and into these ebbs and flow, spirit will continually, perpetually put you through the same lessons. So many of us, especially within the collective, have an unhealthy relationship with finances because money flows to us with such ease because many of us are master manifestors.
Hmm.
We don't have a healthy relationship with financial discipline. And I feel like in the year, and I'm not a future teller, but I feel like in the year of 2025, we have to become fiscally responsible with the blessings that God is giving to us because the
Listen here.
blessings are going to continue to come, especially when we start to surrender into lightening our burdens. Because the Ten of Wands is a reverse, is saying, yes, there are burdens, there are things that weighing you down, but spirit, the universe, whatever you want to refer to it as, is currently working to remove those
That
burdens.
part.
So now you need to get out of the mindset of saying, I am suffering or I am underwater and change it to I am striving.
You see how
We
it's
have
like the missing pieces because I got the seven of wands that I mean the six of wands that came up, and you talk about that battle with self, and truly going into
the
that space.
you really have to get out of that mind space of self deception. We have to. And that was what 2024 was. It was the year of reflection where God was holding up the mirror to you. Because a lot of us were in this mental space of being weighed down. We felt like things were
Yes,
continually being piled on top of us. But
yes.
Spirit is telling.
She's gonna come back. Oh, there we go. Hold up. There's my sister. Just now. Go ahead, Ray. You're flowing. Go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
expected because Mercury retrograde, but
Retrograde. Yeah.
a lot of the things that we are projecting in our mind is things in our reality, is things that started off as misconceptions within our mind. And Spirit really wants, before we enter into 2025, is to free ourselves from this system of worry, to
Hmm.
surrender, to let go, to release the burden. To, if we want to call in that financial abundance that we keep saying, well, we're hearing that it's coming, we first have to be able to manage the finances that we already have. If you can't budget with yourself, and I'm saying things are coming in 2025 where if you don't know how to budget with yourself, you're
Get
going to
help.
get lost in the sauce. And it's showing here because Nine of Pentacles is it's right before you have and achieve everything. So it's in
Yes.
reverse. It came out in reverse, and I threw it again and asked how it was supposed to land, and it landed in reverse. And
Work
when
again.
I read reverse cards, the energy is there. It's there for us to tap into. So we're supposed to be abundant. We're supposed to be having a flow. But obviously, this mental block that we have, and this is collective speaking, this is
Hmm.
not, a lot of times, especially, I always say this all the time, and now this is not card reading, this is personal Shani conversation. It finally hit me today. I was like, everything that I have in my life, I manifested it. My mind saw it before it happened. I
Hmm.
called it into existence. And if we use that same mental power, going back to the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords talk about a lot of mental pressure, being up, worrying, constant fear, just constantly in
Yes.
your head,
Yes. Yes.
all that
Yes.
negativity. But it's in reverse. So Spirit is telling you, release yourself from that mental captivity.
And let
Think a
me, I
different
want to
thought.
add to that really fast as we right there segmenting, because even if you talk about the finances and creating the balance and getting in that space so that you can avoid getting lost in the sauce, my one tip is get help. But what came out as well in support of that was the Ten of Wands. And you have to realize it has to be a level of commitment to what you're doing. Like I said, started this call, this live. I have a code. And I could very well be resting. I had made a commitment to the spirit. I made a commitment to you guys. I made a commitment to myself. And I had to get tired of being caught in a loop of saying I'm going to do something and not following through. And I started not following through, but now it's like, no, we're on it. I have to be on myself. Universe is on me. And it's like you have to be committed to that purpose, whatever that dream, whatever that vision, whatever that business plan is, whatever it is you're setting, even if it's the commitment for you, making time and space for you, whatever that commitment is, you have to be committed to it so that you could create a healthy relationship, one with yourself, and two with the energy of abundance, finances, your mental health, your physical health, your social life. All of that is about abundance. Your family dynamics, all of that is abundance. And so when we talk about now realizing is even as I said, we talk about the year that has passed, and I said it was ghetto. But Spirit is reminding me that even here, we have to even reflect. The Sun card here, Spirit is telling me we have to even take time to truly count our blessings. Even in the midst of our complaint and dissatisfaction, take a moment to count your blessings because, yes, there has been some impactful amazing things that have happened, even though it could have been for a short window, for a quick moment, because you got to realize time it doesn't exist. We exist in moments, in space, so be grateful and acknowledge that and how it has impacted you and set you up for the year to come. Let me add to that. You understand? And even here, for those of you that have been battling, a lot of you have been treated unfairly, taken advantage of, misused, and mishandled. Um, and the Spirit is saying that, let me tell you something. As you're going in the new year, it is important to stand predominant. It is important to realize that yes, you will receive justice. You don't have to. You don't walk alone. Realize what I'm saying, whether this is a physical alone or a spiritual alone, but you do not walk alone. And so when we talk about justice, a lot of times we waste energy being angry and trying to prove something or defend something. But I want you to remember and know that if your actions and your deeds and your mind and your heart is in the right place, the universe will always come to defend you. Go ahead, Ray.
So I was pulling a clarifier spread because I asked, like, so what do we need to do to tap into this financial abundance? Because obviously,
Mhm.
like I said, with the Nine of Pentacles, even though it came out in reverse, how I personally read reverse cards is that the energy is there. We just haven't fully tapped into it or mastered it yet.
That's it. Okay.
And I love when cards confirm it because the cards that came out was the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Devil, and the King of Pentacles.
Nice.
So financial abundance is it's there. But I hear that we have to really start making wise investments,
That's it.
and something that I keep thinking about is like start small. The neighborhood, if you find a community that you trust and you have people that you really, believe in, start a neighborhood susu so that you get in the habit of saving money. Find if it's one stock self that
Yeah.
you read up about, you learn about, you start making investments
That's
with
it.
your money.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
doesn't have to be anything big. I'm hearing start small. That's the Three of Pentacles. Start strategizing, like get real with yourself and your budget.
That's it.
If we want to grow our money, we have to understand where our money is going and how it's flowing so we can become masters of our money. I'm hearing for a lot of people that passion project that you have in the back of your mind, and you're like, I think I should start this. It could probably make me some money. Or if you already have a business that you're doing, I'm hearing truly begin to let that be the driving force, the thing that you wake up, eat, breathe, sleep, eat, because it will generate income to come. And a lot of us think we need to have some like grand business plan. No, that thing that you're good at, that skill that you have, that talent that you have, figure out how to monetize it. Just people making millions of dollars off of content. And like it's the most bizarre thing, the ways that we could generate income. I'm hearing don't limit yourself to think about a 9 to 5. Think outside the box. Yes, keep your 9 to 5, thrive in your 9 to 5, but we're thinking about 2025, the year of passive income. How do we make money while we're sleeping? You know,
I will go.
I'm hearing focused energy on financial abundance in a tangible way.
In a
When we're
tangible.
writing our manifestation down, what percentage exactly of increase does your business need to break even if you already have a business? What talent do you have? Write it down that you can monetize on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're using the spiritual aspect of things, like I am a co-creator with God and everything I see already exists in some dimension, envision the financial success that you want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. That is true. I want to remind you guys, we're not doing personal readings. You guys can book a private reading with myself or Rain if she's available for booking outside of the show. But tonight is not a personal reading night. But that is something you can book privately. We're speaking to the collective. So I do pray that in speaking to the collective that you are able to receive from tonight's insight given. Um, good insight, Rain. Very good insight. Very good insight. And
Also,
go ahead.
I just want to have like, I don't know, this message is a cautionary tale. Your vices cost money. Take stock of your vices. You will be
Hmm.
surprised how much money you spend on your vices.
Facts. And whatever the vice is, but you'll be very surprised at what you spend on them, you know.
We
And
really
even
got
for
to
those
get
of you,
financially real. Like, if we're talking about growing our money and financial abundance, I had to do something very hard recently that was like embarrassing. I had to write down what I spent my money on. And I was like, girl,
but that shouldn't be embarrassing, right? I think writing a budget is important. And I used to do it, and I'm actually getting in the habit of starting back because it does make a difference. And yes, it feels embarrassing because you have a reality check, but let me tell you, it feels good to know. And then you can create wiggle room and know how you need to move so that you can still do what needs to be done and still responsibly still take care of your wants as well. You know, I think everyone needs we're adulting. It's a part of adulting. And no matter the moment you become responsible for your own bills, 16, 17, 18, 60, 85, get a book. One of my aunts, my auntie Tina, was very adamant. She was the first person I actually seen used to actually log every week her expenses and every month, and she showed me how to log that down in a notebook. My mom would create, Excel sheets in the computer, but my aunt would literally write down every penny that she would spend, and you would think like, well, oh my God, that is doing too much. But then you get grown, and you like, oh, I should have been doing that a long time ago.
well, yeah, I am growing through Christ that strengthens me because
It's a part of it. It's a part of it. It's a part of our
when
growth, and you guys please take that advice. Like we got to do better. We have to do better
mhm.
because you see the Trump, especially for us in America. Um, yeah, and let me say this too. Let me say this. Speaking of, for those of us that are in the state, the U.S., the country of America, um, it looks real rough right now. Trust me, it looks real rough, and I want me and Rain to do a spread on that. But based upon what I've read on in the past, I never posted about my past readings on what's taking place, and then also the divination that has been done in our EFI community. I'll share a little bit about that. It looks crazy with Mr. Man going in office, and it may start a little rough, but I want you guys not to freak out. I want you guys not to spiral into a space of anxiety and worry, doubt, and fear. What I do encourage everyone to do is to come together, really strengthen your communities, really strengthen your resources, and do what you need to do holistically, spiritually, mentally. Make sure that you're well. Go ahead, Ray.
So one thing I want to say, I don't know, I'm usually not a finance girly reader, but this is a time where a lot of money can be made. If we remove the fear and the racial tension and all the distractions that they want to place in our face, Trump is playing that game to make his family wealthy. Now, if we can figure out how to somehow, as a community, piggyback on that and stop worrying about what he says and his rhetoric, at the end of the day, he's a capitalist at heart. He's in this to make money. Now, if we can figure out how to get our cut of the pie, of course, there's going to be tragic things that happen. There's always going to be the overstimulation of information about all the crazy things that are happening in the world. The world is in chaos. The world has always been in chaos. We're just more aware of it now because of all the different platforms it's fed to us each and every day, right? I want us to focus on, okay, this is what's happening.
Hmm.
How can I optimize myself within this? What
Yes.
would be my cut, my niche, my avenue, you know, to thrive within this chaos? Because chaos is always existing. I'm a chaos girly. It's always existing. You just have to figure out how to sit within the eye of that storm.
Yep.
We know we need to make certain preparations because we might see hikes in inflation, so we know certain prices of groceries are going to grow up. We know certain things are going to it's going to be some new disease. It's going to be some type of shortage because the tariffs. Let's not even begin to talk about the tariffs and how that's going to trickle down on our economy and all of that good stuff. So we know that we have to mentally prepare ourselves for certain things, but we cannot approach it with a system of fear. We have to approach it with a system of preparation.
So
Stock
true.
up. If you can afford to, if you have a place to, stock up while prices are at a certain range. If you can freeze a good amount of meat, freeze a good amount of meat. If you can buy a certain amount of dry goods, buy a certain amount of dry goods. If you can always keep more water in your house, keep more water in your house. Because when that transition of power does occur, it may go off without a hitch because, people have accepted the faith, or we never know. It's America. That's the crazy thing about the script that they write for this show. We just
Mhm.
never know what's
We
going to
never
happen
know.
in the next season.
We
So
never know.
stay prayed up, stay wise. I say use your time critically. Like, YouTube is a wealth of information. Like, if you want to learn beginner investment information, financial literacy, whatever it is, to figure out what's the next trend, the next thing. And as I talk to y'all, I'm talking to myself too because we all can benefit from this information that's coming. Is prepare yourself, you know.
Mm. It's so funny you said it because I just pulled another set of cards and I want to get into it. I'm using the Louisiana Voodoo Tarot. Now, I'm not going to give inscriptions. I'm very much so an intuitive reader, but especially because of time and things, I'm going based upon the intuition. Now, on a personal reading, we'll go more detailed specifics regarding the cards, okay? But, hi. Whew. Yes, I'm glad I pulled this deck. This is going to cover more some deeper spiritual things for you spiritual people out there. And even for those that are not so spiritual but developing, you can still benefit from this. So let's walk this really fast. Not really fast, but walk with me. Um, as you guys are entering, as we are entering the new year, okay, a few things I want to highlight that I think are going to be very important, with keeping peace, with keeping balance, with finding, your center, with, releasing some weight and all that. Number one is water. The element of water is going to be very important for all of us this 2025, spending time by bodies of water. Even if you don't live near a lake or a river or a beach or the sea, at some point throughout the year, multiple points throughout the year, make it your business to spend time and get to the water, okay? Because you're going to need that peace. You're going to need that releasing. You're going to need that motherly love from the womb. You're going to need that energy. You understand? Because your spirit is going to be craving something that you won't be able to find anywhere else. And you guys will know what that is when you reach that bridge. You'll cross that bridge when you reach there, but there's something your spirit is going to need at points throughout this year that you're going to need to get to the water. You understand? This is also a year to celebrate. Do not let the sorrows of 2024 prevent you from enjoying, embracing, and celebrating this year. Enter this year with a light heart. Enter this year with a level of firm intentions to build, to gain, to unify, to, really be in that space where you really project yourself to be. And yes, it's going to have its trying times, but it will not be like 2024. And to really make moments to create memories and to celebrate and enjoy, whether that's celebrating yourself, celebrating your family, celebrating your friends, celebrating your loved ones. But we need to be in that space, okay? Ogun is also showing up here, saying that you have to be fortified. You have to be strong. Strength is also another key element that is being brought up here. You have to be fortified. You're going to go through some trials and tribulations, but again, the fortification of what you went through in 2024 should have been enough to strengthen and fortify you for 2025. So learn from those experiences. Acknowledge that you have made it out of the war, you have made it out of the battle. You understand, and you are now stepping into a state of victory. But with you stepping into the state of victory and into this newness, there's a level of fire. We have the element of fire showing up, to heat things up, to get you moving, to heat things up, to get you going, to motivate you, to inspire you. Some of us may be put into the corner, placed in a corner where we have no other option but to make something out of nothing. Some of you guys are going to have situations where you're going to be pushed out of one situation and have no other choice but to go into something else. But that is coming to strengthen you and catapult you to the next level. Also, meditation and prayer. It is important this year to really get into your inner self and strengthen that Kundalini energy. Really start to build your relationship with God and getting connected to the source, being connected to the earth, grounding yourself. But it also, as above, so below, as you are grounded to the earth, also ensure that your spirit and your higher self is plugged into the source above you. You understand? Also, I see 2025, a lot of people embracing the energy of duality. I'm not limiting what the energy of duality is or looks like for one person versus another. But just when you hear the word duality and what that embodies and represents to you, whether that's good, bad, positive and negative, light and dark, all whatever that looks like, masculine, feminine, a little bit of both in between, all of that. The energy of duality is going to be very prominent. Okay. And so what I'm hearing it now is I'm starting to search and question the spirit about this. Um, a lot of people are embracing certain things about themselves, spiritually, carnally, how they see the world, how they see people, how they see themselves, how they want to represent themselves, how they want to explore in their practices throughout life or in life or even exploration of life. Um, there's a strong passion and curiosity that is rising in people, and also a strong level of embracing it. And so I want to say, if you're feeling that pull to live in your duality, whether that is again spirituality, in your carnal sense, in your acceptance of the world and how the world operates, it is time to embrace that because there's a cosmic energy. The cosmic balance of the universe is shifting. And a lot of the old ancient ways of how the world used to operate regarding socially, politically, spiritually, we're going to see that in a new age coming back. I hear that very well. So that's why this energy of duality is very important. And what I love here going further, I have the Tower card, which is supported by Oya, which I call her the Tower card in its embodiment already. And so a lot of change and transition. There may be things about you that you used to do that you no longer desire to do, and you want to explore some other things. And for some of you, you have been stagnant in making certain decisions and making certain moves. You've been stagnant. And so now the universe has come, situations and scenarios have taken place or are going to take place that are going to shift you. This could be a physical shift. This could be a relationship shift. This could be a financial shift. This could be a career shift. This could be a geographical shift. But there's a shift that is happening because I hear the spirit saying no more stagnation. In order for progress and harvest to come, the ground must be broken. That's how I'm hearing it. The ground must be broken for progress and abundance to be able to spring forth. And then we have Agui showing up. You know, a lot of you need to step out of your comfort zones, travel, try something different, move around, become more physical. At this person, we have to be more physical this upcoming year. No more staying in one place. No more get your health back together. Go and see the world. Go and try some new things, explore some new things. We have to be in motion. I'm hearing this person say in motion. You understand? And this is the crossroad laid by us opening up doors. Doors are opening, so opportunities will come for you to explore, for you to try new things, for you to go to these places and do these things you haven't done before. Don't miss the opportunities because why is this happening? It's for you to be able to tell your story. It's for you to be able to add new pages to your book of life. You understand? But there's a level of we need to be in motion. A lot of you too in this year of 2025 as well are going to take rites of passages spiritually. This may be initiation. This may be retreats. This may be um, renewal cleanses. This may be, you know, womanhood, womb working. This whatever it may be. This sacred circles. I don't know, you know. But I'm here. I'm seeing that a lot of people are starting to see their purpose a little bit more clearly. And a lot of people are getting direction on the points of their path that they need to go further and deeper into and are getting ready to take those steps to go further and deeper into. That may be initiation, that may be studying, that may be taking a class and getting certified in something. But this year, a lot of people are getting ready to level up spiritually and are being pointed in the right direction. Go with your intuition and trust that gut feeling. That's the conclusion of this. Go ahead, Rain. The floor is yours.
So I just be like so internally excited when things just align because I was using my light oracle and the cards that came out were literally awakening, Imaram, inner temple, and break the cycle. So when you started talking about this year in 2025, people are going to be embarking on spiritual journeys, like that was literally what spirit was screaming in my ears. Like
Yes.
there are gonna be steps that you're gonna, even if you're at a time like I don't feel like I want to do this, because we're officially into the age of Aquarius, the calling for certain levels of elevation spiritually and awareness spiritually, and the ability to receive those downloads that are necessary for the next upgrade. Certain
Yes.
people are going to have to take these journeys to continue that link that they started and to build on that because the other realms and dimensions are calling. I'm
Calling.
hearing like 2025. If you know, I don't know who this is for, you have ancestral work to do the people and them business because you were sent here to be the key that breaks a lot of locks, not only for yourself, but for other people within your bloodline and your lineage. Some of us don't understand how incredibly special we are to our lineage and our bloodline.
Oh, yes.
spiritual awakening, like people's third eyes, their senses, their talent. Like if you felt like you were in tune and you were tapped in now, 2025, because there's going to be so much being revealed to us, not only
Oh yes.
spiritually, but carnally, because there's going to be a lot of truths. You see how they've been slowly releasing little information like, yeah, I think there's UFOs under the ocean. Oh, that's no big deal. Oh, the Earth is a holographic projection. No big deal. A lot more truths are going to be revealed. So, a lot more people's third eyes are going to get turned on. We're truly living in the age of enlightenment. I want people to start praying and calling in for good spiritual teachers. Whatever your dispensation of spirituality is, pray with intention that God leads you to people who can cultivate your unique skill set. I hear this is the year of shaping and molding, because just because you may have had a teacher, that doesn't mean that that teacher is the person that's meant to take you to the next level of who you're supposed to be. Remember, people don't usually stay at the same school all their lives. So if you have to be elevated into another level, realm, dispensation, pray that the right teacher that can mold your unique skill sets comes into your life organically. Because I realize when things happen organically, they tend to work out the best. Don't force anything. That's what I'm hearing. Don't force anything. Also, I feel like, back in the day, like when you used to, before you start school, like I don't know about like in Trinidad, before you start school, you would take a purge. I feel like we need to start detoxing our system. Remember, every day we're taking in heavy metals, we're taking in all these chemicals through these foods. There's so many parasites and stuff within our body. If we truly want to be light body beings, we have to take care of our inner temple. I'm hearing eat more greens, drink your greens, eat your water, stay hydrated.
Y'all don't
And
sleep on the eat your water. Don't sleep. Y'all may see. She said drink, no eat. Watermelon, cucumbers. Eat your water
eat your
too.
water.
Yes. Consume that. And she's so right because food carries memory and the living food, the more living food that we can place in our body, especially in this 2025, as Wayne said that, it is so important. And people say, oh, eating organic is expensive. Do you see how many ways people are starting to grow food in their apartments, in their homes, on their balconies, on their listen, in their backyards? We can make it happen. And there's ways to get it done. But each little step counts. Each step
I
counts.
just want to just reiterate this message. Like I said, I don't know who this is for, but whoever this reaches. But if you have ancestral work to do and you know you have ancestral work to do,
Do it.
2025, get on it, because it's like I'm seeing them just waiting. Like, we want to help. We want to, open the doors, but you got to
Share
invite us
line.
in,
Share line.
you
Y'all even,
know.
and even as much as a practitioner I am, I've been so busy saying about other people. I got in trouble with my own spirits because I'm conducting ceremonies and doing work for this one and that one, and I did enough for my own. I've had out of all these years, I've had only one ceremony since moving to Georgia. I should be
And I
very
tell people
ashamed of
all the time,
myself.
like, it don't gotta be
Yes,
nothing big. Like,
big.
if you
Yeah.
know your ancestor like some food, cook them that food. They like the food. People don't even understand. Like, feeding your ancestors, literally feeding them food. Man, baby.
I'm telling you, it gets it done. She ain't lying. Take the little piece of wisdom. When you making your piece of fried chicken and your chicken wings and your baked macaroni and cheese and collard greens and your callaloo and jerk chicken and festivals and meat pie and all the things, put a little bit on the plate and just sit it over there and say thank you. Just say
You
thank you.
know,
You know,
our
make say
ancestors,
thank you.
before any deity, before any
Anybody.
spirit, anybody, they're our first line of defense. you
Oh
know
yes.
just acknowledging their memory every day, or not every day, but like when you do think about them, thank them, like, thank you.
I'm gonna make it simple for you guys, and I'm gonna be real with you. This because what Rain is saying, I can speak on a personal level of experience, and this is a transparent moment. So please learn from this, okay? When I was in Chicago, I was very active in the sense of, and my cousin can attest, every morning from 7 to 11, I was in my shrine room. No, from 7 to 10, I was in my shrine room praying, going through the whole litany, calling my spirits, calling my ancestors, and burning incense and going into that space and just talking to God, getting into that space, taking self out of self. And before I would start my day, before I would answer a phone, before I would answer an email, that was my rotation. Okay, and life was sweet. I moved to Georgia and life started happening in a different way. And I was trying to catch myself. And still catching myself, I did not go back to certain routines that I had with my spirits, specifically with my ancestors, staying in that topic. And I saw a difference in my life. And the difference was not so pleasant. So it became very obvious that they were upset with me. You understand? And I needed to do and get back on track. And in getting back on track, let me tell you the most simplest thing. I still have to make time to do the long, full thing, but every day now, I make it my business to call not every ancestor by name. There's certain ancestors. Let me explain this. There are certain ancestors that I call by name. Okay, certain ones that I call by name, and this could be on both my mother's and my father's side. My both my grandmother and my grandfather's side, and I call certain ones by name. And but for the ones that I cannot call by name, I at least go by every last name. I ain't gonna go through all my last names, but every family last name that is associated to you. If you're a boom, 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 call those last names and acknowledge those family blood ties. Acknowledge those ties to you, and give them that reverence. Pour a little water, pour libation, for them, and just say thank you every day. Get into that habit. Even for those of you that don't have an altar, just say thank you. Go ahead, Rick.
So as you was talking, I just said, let me talk to the cards again. And I'm like, what is it that you want us to know as a collective? You
Hmm.
see this, the notion of gathering, just even us gathering virtually and the sharing of energy and being around that energy and just perpetuating that energy in 2025. That's going to be so, like, if you could find your tribe, call in your tribe, your spiritual tribe, people that you can manifest with. And people be like, oh, that's using people for their energy. Hey, baby, like if it's there, use it.
Twofold to what you're saying. Yes, use it, but I don't really want to just say use it. I would say share because when you're
Oh,
in a
that's what I'm saying.
collective,
You're collective. You're just everybody
utilize
that's
it.
cycler,
Yes.
that singular energy,
Yeah.
So call in for your soul tribe. And I think I
Yeah.
mentioned this earlier, like call in for the people that you can truly manifest things. You see,
Yes.
if
Yes.
you are a star seed, and you'll know if you're a star seed, 2025 is going to be a year of abundance for you because it's the year of tapping into the cosmos. Tap in, like figure out what's your direct plug and how that plug connects to higher source and get what you need to get. Get what you need to get. And that's what I'm hearing. Like everything that we need for 2025, it's going to be unlocked with this thing called our third eye and the ashe of our tongue and the vibrations of writing the words. So
That's
if
why
I
you.
know, so going back to the beginning of the reading, like I'm about the finance, I'm about the bag for 2025. Find your, and I'm going to stress this point, find your specific talent and figure out if you're going to say you believe in the power of prayer, pray every day. God, show me how to monetize my talent. Show me how to monetize my talent. It should be a mantra so that things and situations within your life is going to unfold that just are going to show you how to monetize
Yes.
your talent.
And
But I
one thing that
say,
you said that's universal that you'll find collectively in the readings collectively from Hinduism for the year, from Ifa to Voodoo. this thing of coming together and cultivating community and sacred space more than any other time that I've been in spirituality. I ain't lying to you. It has never come up so much,
I'm telling you,
more than
the
ever than this
card, I
season.
could show you the card if it could like focus.
I see,
It
yeah, I see
says
it. It's clear. Yeah.
soul gathering.
It's like the
That
day of
that
Pentecost.
is the power of I'm awakened being linking up with another awakened being. And every time I go to church, I always say that when I get up to speak. It's a blessing to be in a gathering with, in theory, people are with the same like mind intentions
Yes.
coming to fellowship with God. So if I'm coming together with my group of collective friends, and I'm like, Ra, Prince, Ari, let's have a collective goal that we're all working towards. And we're going to all focus our energy on this one particular thing to see if we can mentally bring it into fruition. And it
Yes.
happens, baby.
Yes.
Collective energy. Find your circle, and a lot of times we have friends and we just use them to gossip and talk shit. I know I'm blessed that I have multitudes of variations of friends. But the groups that I find myself in, it's always been productive and learning. Yes, we talk shit. Yes,
Yes.
we kiki and kaka, but I can spread information and share
Yes.
knowledge and wisdom and understanding with you. But now, like, let's have a collective intention. And that's what
Hmm.
I'm getting from within this soul gathering tribe. Like, use your soul tribe to manifest what you want. Because if you're in the right soul tribe and you think you're in the right soul tribe, then things should come quickly and easily because
Oh yes.
everybody is what? In alignment. Everybody is
Oh yes.
vibrating at what? A particular level of frequency and vibration. And if there might be some stragglers and we might have our days where some are up and some are down, but if we're committed to working this circle for the purposes that we're saying we're manifesting this goal, we're going to pick each other up. I'm hearing work in teams. Let your team really work for you. You work for
Yes.
your team, and in return, your team will work for you. I'm
Oh yeah.
really hearing like 2025 for us spiritual beings. Get back into a routine. Don't get disassociated from the things that you saw that was working for you. And then all of a sudden you got comfortable, and now you're just like, okay, keep working your work because 2025 is going to be about understanding the ebbs and flows of energy
Hmm.
and
Oh
how you're
yes.
going to surf within that ebbs and flow, because I feel like we should be like proficient surfers at this point in time as people who say we trust God and we believe that he's this and he's that. Like, 2025, let's truly do it. Let go and let God.
I love that. So simple. So simple. So simple. And it is easier said than done. But
Hmm.
you really have to have that inner battle. You know, that wrestle with the angels. You really gotta really fight with your lower self sometimes and say, okay, what would it hurt me? Would it do me to try God and just release it for a few days and stop thinking about it for a little while and just say, okay, let it go. And let me just, step into what I need to step into. What would it do me? Sometimes and I like when the old folks will say you have to sometimes try the spirit by the spirit. You have to try God. You have to try your ancestors. How will you truly be able to see them work for you if you don't give them an opportunity to work for you? And you keep pressing the matter, pressing the matter, pressing the matter, pressing the matter. Patience is key because you have to realize we go through life experiences and situations to build character, patience, love, humility, diplomacy, wisdom, discernment. And wisdom, you're going to always go through situations that give you more and more wisdom. That does not stop, you know. But we have to experience these things. But again, what are you aligning yourself to? Do you know what your motive is? Do you know what your intention is? Do you know your place and purpose? And for those of these people that always say, "Oh, I don't know what I'm here for. I don't know my purpose. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know." You get a lot of that, especially for us that are practitioners and readers. We get a lot of that statement. And to make it most simplified, how do you figure that out? Pause, be still, and reflect. First three. How do you reflect? You look at what are you passionate about? What makes you happy? Number one. What could you do every day of your life? Okay. Now you start to make that small. How does that manifest? What does that look like? Okay. Now you go back and make a comparison to your younger you. What did you naturally just do without thinking about it? You always wanted to do. Not influenced, not indoctrinated, but naturally. For me, I've always was a teacher. I was always very spiritual. That's just always been me. And so I say that to say your purpose is already embedded in you. It's not far removed. It's not far removed, and it can manifest in a variety of ways. But you have to fine tune that and get in tune with your inner self. You got to be still. Go ahead, Ray.
So I just quick message, drop
Go
in my
ahead.
spirit, pull the
Go
card.
ahead. Go ahead.
For my woman, this is a message specifically for my woman.
Hmm.
Start doing some form of womb healing. We don't realize how much energy we store within our womb space. And
Hmm.
if we're trying to birth new things, and we always think about birth as birthing a child, but from that same womb, you can birth a new reality, a new timeline. So cleanse your womb, and that can be done with simply, there's different mantras, there's different frequencies, or simply placing your hands on your wombs with some sage and talking to your wombs and forgiving yourself and truly having that conversation with that
Yes.
creative portal space. There's also yoni steams. There's many different variations of how to go about healing your womb and releasing that energy, but I'm hearing clear the space so new things can be created. Release the baggage of what was occurred or what happened
Yes.
to bring forth a new timeline. So I don't know.
I love that.
I
I
just
love
see.
that. I love that. That's on. That is a word. I pray that you guys are able to receive from that, setting it up. Set yourself up for success. That's what I hear. Set yourself up for success. Do the simple foundational things to set yourself up for success, and it will work in your favor. It will work in your favor. You know, I pray that you all really was able to receive tonight. This was beautiful. This is really beautiful. I'm gonna also pull a closing card. Um, I don't work with this deck often, so I'm actually going to utilize the book for this one and still move intuitively from the description because they're very short. But I'm going to use my Masonic Tarot, and I'm actually going to do a three-card spread for the new year. Spirit of high intelligence, spirit of the celestial realm, I thank you for wisdom and guidance. I ask that you help us to build a brick upon a brick, to walk in formation according to the will and purpose of the Grand Tetragrammaton. Bring forth light, bring forth enlightenment, bring forth direction, and bring forth understanding. Ashe Benikuri, and so let it be. So let it be. So let it be. Yeah. He will dawn eternally. All unto thee. How feeble is thy mortal frame. What I can't sing like I want to because my damn nose is stuffed up, but God Almighty, Jesus, my God. Whoa, aha. Fret not yourselves. Hey, mm, fret not yourself. Fret not. Mm, okay. Spirit is speaking, and it's saying, fret not yourselves because in the very moment when you feel that everything is going to crash and come to an end, that is when you will find the light slip right in on time. Fret not yourselves. Choose your tears wisely, people. Choose your tears wisely. And do not stress over minor things that are frivolous. Fret not yourself. Because when you do that, you begin to create a blockage for you that prohibits you from being able to progress forward and also blocks you from being able to receive. Fret not yourselves. Sometimes man creates their own blockages and the universe is trying to work with them, but they cannot receive. Fret not yourselves. Mm. Fret not yourselves. This is a time of building. You must build. Everything that you want, yes, you must build. It is a building time. Put your mind to work, put your resources to work, put your hands to work, put your feet to work. Go where you need to go. Write what you need to write. Organize what you need to organize. But this is a building time. In everything that you do, operate from a just and pure place. Operate from a space of truth. If you have learned nothing else from 2025, 2024, is to operate from a space of truth. Be true to yourself. Be truthful with your loved ones. Be truthful with the spirit. Be honest about what you can and you cannot do. But in the midst of all of it, be gentle with yourselves. Be gentle with yourselves because some of us are judging ourselves too harshly, you know. And judgment truly lies with God and the Spirit alone. So as you align yourself and center yourself, you will be able to hear what the Spirit's thoughts of you are. if you understand closely, because when you attune yourself with the source, and however the revelation comes to you, and the truth comes to you, the downloads come to you, you will know what to do and how to do, and how the spirit feels towards you, because you will feel the very spirit within you. So this is a time of putting to rest, laying to rest, and arising up anew. And we must embrace that. We all must embrace that. We all must embrace that. Be mindful. The closing message is be mindful of what message you are sharing with people, and be mindful of what message you are representing and showing to the world. Be mindful. Go ahead, Ray.
I just want to do one thing. I just want to do a wrap up of what the themes were.
Mm-hmm.
2025 is a year of growth and abundance, but there has to be a removal of that self deception. We have to begin to be honest with ourselves and
Mm-hmm.
hold the reflection of ourselves to ourselves so we can be able to build and grow. The message that I also really want to reiterate again, don't go into 2025 with the spirit of fear, because things are going to happen, yes, but we are preparers. So we're going to prepare ourselves as best as we possibly can within our power to be successful and thrive. Use your time constructively to figure out that niche, that market, that angle that's going to make you money, because I'm telling you, 2025 you can make money. Practice group economics. If you can join a susu, if you can join some type of like group where they invest in a stock. I don't know, I'm just saying, I'm not a financial girly, but invest in something that's going to grow your money. Get real with yourself with your financial diet. Heal yourself from internally by the way you eat, what you feed yourself, what energies you're around, what you put into your body. Remember, what you put into your body is key. Yet again, I had pulled one last card, and the card that came out again dealt with the ancestors. I love when messages just reconfirm itself. We are our ancestors' prayers. We are literally what they kneeled on their knees at night and prayed that they would be able to see and achieve. Remember that one day that you will be somebody's ancestor. So begin to pray purposeful prayers of covering over your family. Remember, your prayers will cover your descendants and those to come. Call upon your ancestors. Feed your ancestors. Take care of your ancestors and watch them take care of you, because remember, death is only an illusion. They right here, they walking around, they watching you, they existing. They're carrying on jobs in the afterlife. So treat them well and watch your life flourish. Remember that you're setting up yourself. And like I said, when I began the show, like, you see the thought about legacy, and I love how things just kind of flow into each other because we're talking about ancestry. We are leaving our legacy and we're constructing our legacy as we speak. So think about, who do you want to be in the role of the time stream of life? Like, how do you want your family to remember you? What impact do you want to leave here on this earth? I pray that my prayers cover my children's 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 children. Yes, great grandma Shanique, pray some prayers of covering
Hey,
over all your
Bobo.
land. I had some success now. Don't bother me too much. I'm past spliff on my altar. Thank you. Amen. You know.
Hello. Yes,
Because I
man.
know
Yes, sir.
it's the prayers of my grandmother, my great grandmother. That is why I'm walking. We always talk about generational curses, but we forget a lot of us are walking in generational blessings. Like that thing that just magically happens for you, you think it just magically happened?
I say, I say.
No, it was your ancestors working behind the scenes. So don't forget to tell them thank you. As
I
the
say.
year is coming to a close, and it's not to a close yet, but we've made it so far. Look how many people dead on going easy, 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 and we're
Mm,
still here. And that's in part because of the power of Christ, but also through the protection of our ancestors.
I will, bro. Mm-hmm.
So remember, financial literacy is going to be key in 2025. Honor your ancestors and be real with yourself.
I love that. Well, beautiful people, we thank you all for sharing your time with us tonight. And I pray that you share the live, you come back and listen to the live, that you listen to it again and again, and you gain something different every time. And again, if you need some one-on-one time and you need to get a deep dive into you and looking further into the scope for you, reach out to us and we can arrange that. But I thank you all for sharing your time with us. And that being said, I pray tonight that our ancestors, that you will continue to walk with us, that you will continue to guide us, and that you will continue to stay near to us, that we will grow wiser, stronger, become more amplified in our gifts and awareness of who we are and what we come from, realizing that we share your DNA and your DNA carries us with wisdom and purpose. I ask that you will visit us in the stillness of the night, that you will reveal the things that we need to know, to walk right, to talk right, and to fulfill our purpose and destiny while we are here on earth. I ask that the Spirit of the Most High God and all divine beings that surround us, that created us to be who we are today, that you will never leave our side. Protect us, even from our lower selves, protect us. Help us to walk in balance and truth, and help us to do what we need to do to draw the abundance in our life. This is my prayer. Ashe Beni Kori. Ashe Beni Kori. Ashe Beni Kori. Love you all, and you all have a beautiful night. Peace.
Sun rays like a satellite. Energies bring me back to life. Catch me chilling with the halo. Universal flow, I belong here. Keep that focus on that starlight. God of my universe, part of my mission, righteous the all might. Raw splitting the sea into that clear sight. Go far into vision, lifting up that soul right. High low, high low. High low, high low, elevate my life.